Consider this. I live on right at about 2.5 acres of land. I built that house right there. I own it. I paid for it. No mortgage. Paid taxes on it. It's mine. I own it. It's my land. It's my house. Do I own it? Every year I have to pay the government to own my land and my house. And if I don't pay, they come take it away from me or charge me a fine or something like that. So the word own, I'm not really sure that I understand that word completely anymore. You'd think that I own my house and my land because I paid for it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just renting it from the government. Otherwise, why would I have to pay taxes on it every single year? Can somebody make that make sense for me, please? Thank you.
I don't think it's fair how a job will not hire you if you don't have a reliable source of transportation. Here's the thing. Trying to get a car is hard enough within itself, okay? And then not only that, the payments, trying to make the payments, down payments, ridiculous. I'm trying to find another job, and it's a job that's actually within my walking distance from where I live. But because I told them the fucking truth, I said I don't have a car, but I have my own 2 feet, or I can use Uber or maybe a bus in South Jersey, right? They said, yeah, no, we can't hire you because you don't got no car. I got a car. Are you gonna give me one? The fuck? I'm sick and tired of these fucking jobs thinking that it's easy to just obtain a fucking car to have a job.
A lot of people are at their absolute breaking point. They might not tell you, you might not see it on them, but a lot of people are this close from crashing out. And I mean really crashing out. As hard as we work, it feels like as soon as you get one thing, as soon as you get one little opportunity going, you got a little bit of money coming in, you're doing good, boom, something happens. I had a really, really good paying job last year, and a bunch of people were telling me, oh, you need to stop having roommates, you need to go get your own place, you need to do this, you need to do that. Okay, well, I knew that stability coming from one income source is not going to cut it. If my entire livelihood depends on how somebody feels one day, then why would I want to go sign up for an apartment on my own? Why would I want to go, and I've lived on my own before, but in this economy, if you want to save, if you want anything, if you want any semblance of a future, rent is going to wipe that out if you don't have a really good paying job. A lot of people can't even afford rent on their own. And we just need to stop acting like this is not happening. Why do so many people just seem to la-di-da-di-da, everything's rosy over here, y'all just need to work harder? Really, bro? Because last I checked, you're 15 grand in debt. You just bought a $50,000 truck and you work 60 hours a week. What kind of life are we living, guys? I know we need to contribute, but our contributions should benefit us. We shouldn't be working 60, 70, 80 hours a week and then all of it disappears. Are you kidding me? This is the system. This is the best we can do on this planet. There's no way. There's no way so many people are just like, well, this sucks, but it is what it is. Why? Why is it this way? It's because you guys don't want to come together. Guys, we have to come together. There's no other way out of this. We have to have working class solidarity. There is no other way out of this. If you guys want to just keep living on a loop, then just scroll on. Get out of here. And I'm just tired of these people that have given up hope that we can change. We have changed in the past. Look at history. History tells us what to do. We need to come together. We need to hold our leverage, and we need to stop working as long as we have to bring this country to a halt. If you don't want to do that, I get it. It's hard. There's a lot of other things we can do. We can have community. We can help each other out, like trade services. There's a lot we can do. I'm not an expert on what we can do, but if we're not even able to take the first step, then what are we doing, guys? Did we really just give up? Did we really just say, well, they sold us out. Our future's gone. Everything sucks, but I guess this is what life is now. Are you kidding me? There's so many things about this country specifically that are the biggest scams. Now, I'm not one to advocate for higher taxes in a country where our taxes don't do anything for us, but if taxes do things for us, then we should want programs that help everybody. And honestly, even in most countries with universal health care, wealth inequality is a big thing there too. The housing markets are going up and up and up in a lot of countries, and wages aren't. This is happening in so many places, guys. We're getting squeezed out right now. The working class is getting squeezed out, and we have decided that that's okay, that we are just going to let them do anything and everything they want, and we're just going to sit there and show up and go to work and keep giving them our life, our souls, our money, our future, everything. And I'm just done, guys. I'm done. I have worked so hard my entire life, every single day. I basically never even had dedicated times to go hang out with friends. Yeah, I did every now and then, but if you look at my friend groups, I see them all the time. Oh yeah, out with the bros, out doing this, and that's cool. That's cool. But I have dedicated my time to bettering myself, to getting ahead. And it seems like the world is full of vultures, and it's full of really, really good people too. I just got back from West Virginia, and I got a ton of help from really good people. But the only reason I needed help is because I put in so much work, just in my case, in the past 2-3 weeks for somebody, and they didn't pay me. You know what I mean? And when we're in a system like this, where somebody can just stiff you like that, and your life force is connected to them paying you, what do you do? What do you do when you put in so much work for somebody, hundreds of hours on projects, and they're just like, I don't really care about that, bro, sorry. That should be illegal. This whole system is a scam.
Okay, for the man talking about the property taxes, that one is actually an interesting question, because you have paid off the house and you own the property and would think that's the end of the story. But then you are still having property taxes every year. I understand why taxes exist, but I can also understand why someone would look at the bill and think, wait, I pay for this house and I'm still paying to keep it. It really makes you think about what owning something actually meant. For the guy talking about working hard and still struggling, and this is probably something a lot of people can relate to. You can work hard, do something you are supposed to do, and still feel like you are not getting there. The rent is high, groceries are high, bills keep coming, and that's why so many people are asking themselves, it's working this hard actually getting me closer to the life I want?
Why does having a job literally cost money? You need gas to get there, you might have to pay for parking, and maybe you're buying lunch because you're not at home all day. And a lot of jobs will expect you to use your own smartphone, and some expect you to have a reliable vehicle. And then you get the health insurance and realize that healthcare still costs money. And that's before you even factor in what your time is worth. So when we're asking, does this this job pay enough? I don't even think the answer is just about the salary, but it's more so about what is this job actually leaving me with financially, physically, and in my life.
I just stopped at Burger King just to grab something. I'm on the road today. An original chicken sandwich. Guess how much the freaking thing cost? $8.20. I was like, what the
I'm sorry, you're charging me $60 to apply to your apartment? And I might not even get it. You might give it to someone else? I just give you $60? For what?
Now, this is the kind of thing that really frustrates people. Imagine needing a place to live, having to apply multiple places and paying fees each time, even when you don't even know if you are going to get the apartment. If you are already struggling to save money, those fees, they can add up really quickly. And that's why housing has become a huge part of this conversation about the cost of living.
Why do people have to be so manipulative and cruel? Just sitting here trying to enjoy my stupid gecko and randomly getting a message saying, hey, can you share your story a little bit more about why you are looking for help? Stupid me, right? Goes through and I'm crying. I'm writing down everything, my why. And then I get to a thing, okay, well, just send your Cash App. And then I look it up, and of course it's a freaking scam.
Just enjoying a nice day at the park. Oh my God, you know what? There's no cars here. There's no nothing. Oh my God, what do we have here? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't see any fucking vehicles down here in the park. But here it is. Now, let's talk about some of the misconceptions that I've been getting, including death threats because of this little fucker right here. Now, let me say something to the city of Canton. I don't remember fucking voting for that right there in my park. Let me tell you the reality of what that right there does. Let's talk about it. It is not simply a license plate reader like I'm getting in a lot of my comments on my first video, okay? Let me tell you that right there what it does. It is tracking people. Do you see any license plates anywhere in this fucking park? Here it is. There it is. It's pointed to the park. So for all of you guys, including police officers and law enforcement, saying that it's only a license plate reader, false information, okay? Let me tell you with a software update what they're about to do. What they're about to do with a simple software update is track your Bluetooth devices. It's going to track signals in your car. Why is it doing that? This is AI controlled. Artificial intelligence. And you guys that are saying that it's not going to go any further, I'm going to tell you about a technology company. Any technology, no matter what technology it is, about a $7 billion company right there, Flock, they are going to innovate. You think they're going to stop with facial recognition, tracking, and license plate signal tracking? Sadly mistaken. That right there is the beginning of slavery, signal tracking. Sadly mistaken. That right there is the beginning of slavery and control.
Like, why is it $140 for a family of 3 to go see Spider-Man on a Friday night? We took my teenager last night to go see Spider-Man, and the tickets alone were $55. Then we get to the theater, and naturally we need some snacks. So we all got the same combo. We got the drink, the popcorn, and the candy combo. That was almost $80. That is so outrageous. And like, I get it. You know, rent is expensive. The little fancy wobbly chairs are expensive. Okay, this was like the standard seats. They didn't heat. They just reclined. Okay, nothing crazy. It's not like they weren't shooting spider webs at us by any means. But $100 and almost $40 for a family to go see a movie together. That is so outrageous. And naturally, like the first 20 minutes of the movie, I was so perturbed by that I just sat there thinking about the margins. Like by the time the popcorn kernels, the cups, you know, and the candy that they bought in bulk, by the time that was paid for, they probably made like 99% off of us. That is sickening. So next time I'm at the movie theater and if you see a bucket of popcorn hanging out the bottom of my skirt, y'all just mind your own business because I will be bringing my own snacks in.
I'm sorry, but 140 for a family to go to the movie night, it's crazy. And it's not even just the ticket anymore. You have the popcorn, the drink, the candies, the parking, and everything add up. And that's why people are starting to think twice about simple entertainment that used to feel like an affordable family activities. When a basic night out start feeling like a luxury, people are going to notice, right?
Okay, so I just have a question. I am just now leaving the Honda dealership. Okay, let me back up. So I bought my Honda Odyssey in February of this year. So February of 2026. When we bought it, we were told you get a year of service. Okay, well, I got my oil change, I don't know. So I got my first oil change however many months ago. Well, I went today because it's time for an oil change again. This is my primary car, so I do put quite a bit of miles on it. And so I go and they're like, okay, it's gonna be $133 to get the oil changed and the tires rotated. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought that I had a year of free service. And so he looked and he was like, yeah, but when we say a year, Honda really just means basically one oil change and one tire rotation. So, I mean, I just paid it, but was I silly to think that a year of service meant like however many times that I needed an oil change in a year that it was going to be free? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So I went for an oil change and I thought it was going to be free, and it was $133, which now I won't go to Honda. I'll just go to like my local place and get a cheaper oil change. But yeah, I thought I was going for a free oil change. Joke's on me, I guess.
Remember how I said I lived out in the middle of nowhere with absolutely nothing around us? What's that? What is that? What is that for? Oh, you know, a free country. What are you monitoring? And why are our tax dollars being used to enslave the people, I wonder? Can you see that?
So I just found out that my grocery store has been stealing money from me for the past year and a half. So I'm a very consistent grocery shopper. I go once a week, every Sunday afternoon, and it's like a part of my Sunday routine. And if you know anything about me, I am a creature of habit. Like, I go every single week with my grocery list. I check everything off, and then I usually go to aisle 4 because my favorite cashier lady, Kathy, is in that line and she gives me coupons. And the part of my Sunday routine is refreshing my wallet with fresh cash. My mom always told me growing up that cash is king, so I always like to carry like at least a $50 bill on me at all times. So every single week with my groceries, when it asks me if I want cash back, I always say yes, and I get my $50 back. So every week I look up on the little screen and see how much money I saved from all my coupons, and usually it's about like $50 to $60. So I always press $50 when it asks if I want the cash back. So PSA, if you did not know this, when you ask for cash back, it is not giving you the cash back of the money that you saved from your order, like from the store. It is taking it straight out of your checking account. So please beware, next time you guys are getting cash back, it is taking it out of your own money and stealing it from your bank account. It is not from the grocery store or wherever you're getting cash back from.
Now, this is a very great example of why you should read what the screen actually say, because cashback can sound like you are getting money back from the store, but in many retail settings, it means you are withdrawing money from your own account So please read the screen before you hit yes, because that little button can mean something very different from what you think. So be careful and make sure to read.
So I really just want to like rant right now because I just got my paycheck and I am at a point where I'm like, my paycheck doesn't match how hard I'm working. Like, it's not satisfying. Does that make sense? Like, I have been working my ass off at my job and it's been really brutal the last few weeks. Actually, it's been brutal for the last few months, but it's gotten even more brutal because now we're short-staffed and I work in healthcare as a medical assistant, so just that alone tells you everything you need to know. Healthcare is just rough. If you know, you know. But I'm just to the point now where, yeah, I feel like it's just not even worth it. The money that I'm bringing in isn't, it's just like, that's it. Like, that's all I can think is like, it's just like not even, it's becoming not even worth it. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth my mental health being like this. Like, I'm just like, I'm offended almost. And the crazy thing is that I thought that this check was going to be a decent check because, so we get paid on the 10th and the 25th of every month. So sometimes, you know, some checks are 10 days and some checks are 12 days and so on and so forth. So this check was supposed to be a 12-day check, which is like a decent amount of checks. So I had 92 hours this check, okay? So I was like, okay, it'll be a pretty decent check, which is nice, right? My last check had 85 hours, which wasn't also like decent check, but anyway. So that check was 85 hours and okay, great. So then I'm thinking this check is going to be so much more, right? Because it's 7 more hours than my last check. Do you guys want to know how much more I made on my check working 7 more hours? $50 fucking dollars. That's what it got me, is $50 extra on my check. And these days, $50 doesn't cover shit. Like, $50 doesn't even fill my tank. Like, I'm just annoyed and I'm frustrated because I feel like everything around us is going up in price. Like, TV subscriptions, electric bills, like I just feel like groceries, like everything is costing more money. Everybody wants more money from you, but yet our jobs aren't giving us more money. And I'm just to the point where I'm like, how is this sustainable? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm literally offended right now. And the crazy part is that I am busting my ass at my job. I mean, like, I come home and I'm just like, I'm wiped out, like I'm exhausted. And a lot of that has to do with being understaffed and the job I work in and stuff. But it's just like, it used to be, I would get my check, not here at this job, but like in the past when things weren't so freaking expensive everywhere. I would get my check and be like, okay, yeah, that feels right. You know, like you feel like you got your time's worth. Or your money's worth, or time's worth, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But this check just seems, like I'm just like mind blown that 7 hours extra on my check only gave me $50 extra. Like, it's just, there's just something about it that makes me want to like punch something in the face, you know? I don't know, it just really makes me mad, and this is not fun anymore. You know, I just felt like if my check was, I would say probably an extra, like if it was another $500 more, like maybe I'd be satisfied. But even then, I'd still be like, you know, trying to figure out how to pay for everything. I don't know. I guess I'm just over like busting my ass for a place and then getting a paycheck that doesn't even match it. It just, like, really? This is where we're at now in life? It's just crazy because it's like, you know, it shouldn't be this hard to live. Like, life shouldn't be this expensive. Life shouldn't be this stressful. Like, things shouldn't cost as much as they do. Like, I don't know where we went wrong. Like, I don't know where we decided that, you know, everything needed to be expensive. Like, everybody just, like, all of a sudden is just greedy as fuck. Like, I just saw a guy post a video on here about how he wanted to cancel all of his TV subscriptions, like Netflix and Hulu and shit, because they kept going up more and more in price. For what? Like, I mean, it's just getting to the point where it's like everybody just, like, is getting more and more greedy with how much they want from you month to month. And it's like, I just don't know how this is sustainable when, like, everybody wants more money for everything, but yet our paychecks are not getting bigger. Like, they're either staying the same or they're getting smaller, or, like, you don't even have extra money to save or to put towards something that you want, or because everything's so fucking expensive. Like, you don't have any money to do anything. And I'm frustrated because it's like, you know, I work my butt off. You know, I work my butt off, like, and yes, I live alone, and so, yes, everything is on my plate to pay for, so that does make it a little bit more stressful. But in my opinion, I should still be able to be pretty dang comfortable living alone, working 92 hours in healthcare. Like, you know, I mean, I work a full-time job in healthcare. I should be able to be comfortable with the bare necessities. And although I am, to a point, like, you know, it's not like my check isn't nothing, but it just doesn't match. I guess that's the main thing, is it just doesn't match how hard I've been working, and I do work. And it's just like, it pisses me off. Like, it's just offensive, you know, like, I deserve more than that. And so, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. And I know everybody's frustrated about money and prices and how expensive the fucking world is, but it's just crazy, and something really has to change, because this is just not fair. Like, I mean, I'm not even living my life anymore. I'm literally working to survive, and I'm barely doing that. So, I don't know. I'm sure some of you guys feel the same way, but it's just not sustainable at all.
Inflation has lost its mind. Due to this, I will not be participating in trick-or-treating. What do you mean $29 for a bag of Reese's? 55 Reese's, $29. And why is it out in August?
This one really hits home for me because I think a lot of people are feeling this. You work more hours, you come home exhausted, and then you look at your paycheck and think, that's it? And when your expenses keep going up, but your pay does not move at the same speed, it creates a huge amount of frustration. People don't just want money. They want to feel like their time, their efforts are actually worth something.
Air traffic control. Something happened yesterday with air traffic control. I don't even know what happened because I wasn't here, right? So, imagine this. Air traffic control goes down. It controls the traffic in the air. So if that shuts down, what do you guys think that means? Don't all answer at once, okay? Planes can't go in, planes can't go out. They can't land, they can't take off. So we're having to rebook and cancel and rebook and cancel and rebook and cancel. So yes, your flight from yesterday may have gotten rebooked to Sunday. Guess what? There's nothing that we can do about it. Like, it literally sucks. We want y'all out of here as bad as y'all want to be home, as bad as y'all want to be out of here. But if air traffic control goes down, I wouldn't want to be in the sky. Guys, come on. I love y'all, I do, but there's literally nothing we can do.
So is DoorDash stealing tips from drivers? I had an incident happen today that really was questionable, and I didn't even influence the situation. I take a $7.17 Freddy's order for about 2 miles. I'm happy to take the order. I get to the customer, and the customer walks out. She's a new customer. She asked me this question: how much did you get paid on this tip? Because she tipped $10 is what she tells me. And I said, well, it's showing me $7.17 right now, but maybe it'll change when I completed the order. So standing right in front of her, I completed the order to show that my customer tip only was $5. This customer was shocked. She said I gave $10 on the app on my end, and I was wondering what would happen with that size of tip. If DoorDash would take it or if you would actually receive it as the driver. So I showed her my phone to show the base pay was $2.17. Her tip displayed $5. She said, next time I'm giving $5 on the app and then $5 cash to equal $10. She couldn't hardly believe that DoorDash would take the $5. So I'm sitting here wondering as a driver, is DoorDash stealing tips from drivers? Not only are they stealing tips from drivers, they're stealing tips from the customers who are willing to give you a $10 tip on some fast food. And here they are stealing that $5 from the customer. The customer's sitting there thinking that she's doing something solid for the driver, and then the driver shows up and gets a $5 tip and is pretty pleased, but wouldn't be near as pleased as the $10 tip, making it a $12 order versus a $7 order. I don't think this is the only time this has happened, and I'm gonna guess all of you drivers, the millions out there, have had this happen and you don't even know it. I just happened to get lucky enough that the customer came out to me and actually wanted to know what the tip amount was. This needs to be exposed now. DoorDash, get it right.
Walmart, do you realize the mistake you just made?
But you know you're not allowed in here.
Why ain't I? I'm just buying people's groceries.
I know, man. You're not allowed in any Walmart.
You literally banned Damon Darling for life from all of your stores. Not just all of your stores, but the gas station, the Murphy gas stations, the Sam's Clubs, all because he gave money to people who shopped at your stores, who were buying products from you. The money was going to you. Not only that, he has millions of followers and he was giving you free promotion. You obviously are so disconnected from social media because he has so many people who follow and love him and watch all of his videos. I think you messed up big time. I just feel there's going to be a massive boycott against Walmart until you, Walmart, fix this situation. And to add insult to injury, you send the police after him to inform him that he can no longer shop at your stores. Come on.
So you guys are both going to get issued trespass warnings from Walmart, okay? You guys are no longer allowed to go to any Walmarts, any Sam's Clubs, or any Murphy gas station for life, okay?
Walmart, do the right thing and lift.
Story also show how powerful social media has become. One person can have millions of people watching, and the business decision can turn into a massive public conversation overnight. But before we take side, I think it's important to hear both sides of the story. Social media can expose a problem, but it can also turn a complicated situation into a very simple. And real life is not always that simple, you know.
Do y'all remember when you could actually buy something and you would own it? I don't know if y'all realize what's even happening. So I know y'all been hearing all this buzz. The new GTA 6 is about to come out. And a part of that is GTA is not going to have a physical copy of the game. And it got me thinking about something. Back in the day when we were growing up in like the 80s and the 90s, we grew up during that golden age of gaming. Because I still own my original Game Boy, along with some of the games. Hell, I still got GTA Vice City from when it first came out. I still have GTA San Andreas. I still got my PlayStation 2, my Wii U, and ain't no telling what else. And if I want to play those games today, any games that I own for those consoles, all I got to do is pop the disc in and I get to play. But you can't do that now. Y'all paying $70, $80 or more. But what do you actually own though? Nothing. It's like buying a house and realizing you only rent the front door. Because see, this is the thing. The minute that company has decided they don't want to support that video game no more, they shut down the server, they pull the license, or they just even decide that the console that you're playing it on, they don't want to support it, well, that game you paid for, it just disappears. That's not ownership. And I don't know about y'all, but if I'm paying premium prices for games, I want something I can hold on to. So y'all tell me, gamers, are you going to stick with digital no matter what and just kind of accept that the change that's happening? Or are you going to go back to physical games? games, retro consoles or emulators or something. Let's talk about it because I want to know what other people are doing.
This one, I actually think is a very interesting conversation because when you buy something physical and hold it, keep it, and use it years later, but with digital products, your assets can depend on the server, the license, and complete policy. So when you spend $70 or $80 on a game, it's fair to ask, am I buying this game or I'm buying the access to the game? I think that's a question we are going to be hearing in a lot more in the future. All these videos, they are all talking about different things: housing, food, job, technology, entertainment, transportation, and even digital product. But beneath all of it, people are asking the same question: why does everything feel so much harder now? Do you think America is heading to the wrong direction, or is just the part how society changes? I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. If you do enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate every one of you. I am Joy, and I will see you in my next video.